Welcome back to Creeps and Cases, where true terror lives between the lines. Tonight we're diving into the darkest corners of homes. You'll wish you never stepped foot in, and objects that should have stayed buried. These stories, straight from Reddit, are chilling stories of haunted houses and cursed possessions that left their owners shaken, and in some cases never the same again. Turn off the lights, grab a blanket, and don't look behind you. Are scary? What's an encounter of a haunted home or object that you want to share? Story 1. The Mirror in Room 13. I worked at an old Victorian B&B that had a mirror in room 13. Guests constantly reported seeing someone standing behind them when they looked into it. A woman in black with no eyes. The owner finally removed the mirror and locked it in the basement. One night I went down there and saw it had cracked on its own, right down the center. Story 2. My doll spoke without batteries. I found my childhood doll in a box at my mom's house. No batteries, nothing in it. But one night I heard it say, "I missed you." I thought I was dreaming until it said it again the next night. Louder. Story 3. The House That Grew Cold. Every night around 3 a.m., the entire house would drop to freezing temperatures no matter the season. The thermostat didn't budge. One night I saw why. A shadow figure standing in the hallway, breathing cold into the air. Story 4. Granddad's chair. We kept my grandfather's rocking chair after he passed. Every night at 11:36 p.m., it would start rocking. We tried moving it to the attic. Still rocked. We took it to my brother's house. Still rocked. It finally stopped after we buried it. Story 5. The Screaming Portrait. A friend gave me a strange antique painting. It was just a woman's face, eyes wide. At night I would hear faint screaming. The night I tried to throw it away, my smoke alarm went off, but there was no fire. Just the portrait on the floor, facing up. Story 6. The Whispering Closet. We moved into a rental house where my daughter said her closet whispered to her. We thought it was imagination until I heard it, whispering from inside. And the words? Don't let them find me. Story 7. The Lantern That Wouldn't Die. We bought an old lantern at a flea market. It had no fuel and wasn't connected to power, but it lit up randomly at night. A soft, eerie green glow. One night, it led us to the backyard, where we found bones. Story 8. The Haunted Basement Door. Every time we locked the basement door, it would be open in the morning. We changed the lock, installed a deadbolt, even nailed it shut once. Still opened. One morning, I found muddy footprints coming up the stairs. Story 9. Typewriter from Hell. I bought an antique typewriter. It started typing by itself at night. At first, it was gibberish, but then it typed "Get out" over and over. I sold it. 2 weeks later, the buyer called me in tears, begging me to take it back. Story 10. The Home That Cried. At night, we would hear the sound of someone crying. We searched every room, checked every neighbor. It was coming from inside the walls. We tore open the drywall and found nothing, but the crying never stopped. Story 11. The Possessed Music Box. My aunt's music box started playing at random, even though it hadn't been wound in years. One night it played a song none of us recognized. My grandmother said it was the song they played at her sister's funeral. She died before I was born. Story 12. The Phantom Tenant. We moved into a duplex where the upstairs was supposed to be empty, but we'd hear footsteps, music, someone crying. When we asked the landlord, he said, "That's why it's cheaper." The last tenant never left. Story 13. Grandma's Clock. Grandma's antique grandfather clock always chimed at midnight. She died at 11:57 one night. The clock chimed 3 times and stopped forever. No one could get it working again. Story 14. The Haunted Painting. I bought a beautiful but eerie oil painting of a forest. Every day the painting would change slightly. A new figure appeared in the background. Getting closer, I threw it away when the figure reached the foreground and stared straight at me. Story 15. The Knock on the Walls. In our new home, we started hearing knocking inside the walls. 3 knocks. Every night at the same time. We thought it was plumbing. Then one night, the knocking came from every wall at once. And then silence. If these stories kept you up tonight, just remember, sometimes it's not just in your head. Sometimes it's in your house. If you've got your own haunted home story or cursed object encounter, drop it in the comments. I might just feature it next. Until then, stay curious, stay creeped out, and I'll see you in the shadows.